Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ready to Roll Embers Beneath the Mountains, our 22nd session, if I am doing my math right. Yes, thank you, Adam, for noticing our brand new intro. Due to, the changes that we've had in our cast in the past few weeks, past month or so, it's about time that we got the intro changed. You'll also notice that at the end, our credits are going to be different as well. Just thinking, no major announcements. So with that, we will hop right into our recap given to us by the wonderful Ian Harris.
That's me. Last time on Ready to Roll, Anya finds a man, and everybody look at us. We're on a mother freaking boat. I didn't sing it like I meant to. And the party sets sail for Astrahva, having secured the presence of Z's crush through drunken subterfuge. Will a kraken crack their skulls? Who will be the next to get shipped? Find out, or don't, right here on Ready to Roll. I have a script in front of me, guys, and I read like 70% of it.
Improv. It's very important in this show.
Yes. Everything I do is scripted. I don't know about you guys. No matter what happens, Piotr's like.
But yeah. So they are currently on the Seahawk, the ship that Corvett's father provided them with. It is just to go over another brief description of the Seahawk. It's a giant 3-mast ship. It has, in the center of the ship and then running all the way down through all the decks of the ship is this giant bluish silver crystal that looks like it has storm clouds and lightning coursing through it that you all, they learned last time was an aetheryte crystal that they use to create wind when there is no wind to help the ship keep moving, as well as do some other interesting effects that it can do when the ship, but it does drain the energy. The aetheryte crystal does have to charge during, stormy weather, things like that. Well, it charges faster during stormy weather. But so they have that. The ship is captained by Captain Leodov, who gave them one rule that when they're on his ship, he's in charge. Anything he does on his ship is for the safety of the crew and the people on it. And so he expects them to listen and follow orders. Doesn't matter. He does not care if they are the Tsar. If it was the Tsar himself, he would expect everyone to follow his orders. So,
I thought the other rule was to have fun.
That probably sounds like something.
Have fun! Exclamation mark! Smiley face.
It's definitely something that Captain Leodov would say.
He probably just told you that, Jelania.
Yeah, he probably just told you that.
You little lover.
No, he doesn't like me, and I don't like him.
He's never said he doesn't like you.
Might like you.
You're welcome to.
You don't know
him,
that.
But
wait, she can read minds. I was about to say you can't read minds.
But yeah, so that's where we're at. They are currently traveling to the city of Astrahva, like Ian said, and it will take them probably another 3 or 4 days to arrive. And if they arrive at all, shall see. So it is still the day of your arrival, getting closer to evening. So there is the opportunity to go down and he does have a hall, food, that you all can go. What would you call that? A mess deck, I think. Yeah, there's a place you can get food. You can, so that's, he lets you know that dinner will probably be ready relatively soon. Each of you has been given your own private rooms, with the exception of Jelania. Hers is not so private, but he did not outright say that it wasn't private. But, so yeah.
Wait.
Kinda did.
Yes, Ian, you look very confused.
Never mind, I'll figure it out.
Okay, well, so that is, so there you are. You're on the ship. You're going to be on the ship for the next 3 to 5 days, where there is no chance from escaping from each other.
This is like the 5th time you've said something like this. I feel like at this point it's gonna be totally fine, and you're just messing with us.
There is no escape from each other or the Kraken, which will definitely surface at some
Not
point.
the dragon turtle, not the whirlpools, not the jellyfish. We're stuck.
Not the Hydra, just everything. We're dead. That is what's going to happen.
And knowing that that is the case, Jelania not knowing that that is the case, but kind of. So she's really afraid of water, right? Like she's not into water. She's not into the idea of drowning. And the idea of wearing her armor on a boat seems stupid because she's afraid she's gonna fall in and then sink to the bottom of the ocean. So she is actually gonna go and change into like normal person clothes, to her cool little like pants she's got, you know, like a vest, nice flow shirt sort of thing, like piratey shirt kind of clothes. But she's not got her armor on. So heads up. My AC went down by like 2 or 3.
Excellent. This is the time to stab you in the back. What? I didn't say that. Okay, cool. So you did that. Galena, what accommodations are you making for your furry companion, out of curiosity?
She hasn't.
Are you calling Piotr furry?
Oh, she hasn't summoned him. Piotr's furry.
She hasn't summoned him yet.
So he is currently unsummoned. That is okay. That works. Cool. Awesome. Well, if no one has anything that they specifically want to do, you know, your mealtime comes and goes. The ship is moving forward, and nighttime comes, and you all retire to your rooms if you so desire, unless there's something you specifically want to do at night. But
before then,
okay.
So I would love to, after it, because we've been on the ship for several hours at this point, I feel, right?
Yes.
So after kind of just getting used to, you know, movement and just kind of getting used to being on a ship again, Corbett, I want to go and approach Captain Leodov again. And last time I asked him about Tian, and he just mentioned like that Tian is alive and stuff. So I'm gonna approach him, be like, Captain, do you have a?
So the captain is in his quarters. So you will need to knock and get permission to enter first.
From his first. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna knock and be like, Captain,
come in.
Awesome.
I get my Leodov voice ready.
Go in.
Oh,
hello, Captain.
My lord, it's a pleasure to see you here. How can I help you today?
I wanted to just ask you a few more questions, if you don't mind, about Tian, the person who met you and told you we were up in Norgarn.
Right, Tian. I mean, I'll answer whatever I can. I didn't see him for very long.
Okay. Is there a chair like to sit down in? Kind of like we both sit.
There's
I want to lounge.
He has a very fan, you know, probably the fanciest next to yours, because he currently is in the first officer's quarters because he gave up his room for you by the orders of your father. And so, but it's nice, it's fancy. However, the one thing that you're pretty certain that he took from your room is this big, nice desk that's just very carved in a very elven style. Lots of, you know, leaves and vines up the legs. And so, yeah, so he took that, and he has a very comfortable chair, and there is another very comfortable chair across from him that you could sit in if you desire.
Awesome. I sit there. I lounge a little bit. Kind of. Captain, so Tian, where did he meet you? Can you just tell me the story again of how you ran into him you said Astrahva?
Mm-hmm. Certainly. We were just in we were just in at dock. We were at the local inn, and he approached and said that he had a letter with instructions to retrieve you from Norgarn.
And what did he look like? Did he seem healthy? Did he seem...
He
desperate.
He seemed all right, at least to me, as far as I could tell. He didn't have any strange things. We were in a shady part of town, so he wasn't dressed necessarily appropriately for the area. He stuck out like a sore thumb, with his shiny armor and
Right.
that big sword. Just massive sword. Never seen anything like it. A lot of spikes.
Spikes. Okay. And you said he came with a letter?
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, do you happen to have it still?
I can look. He begins rummaging around in the desk and he pulls it out. Then he hands it to you, and you recognize Tian's handwriting. As you've known Tian for many, many years. But it simply says they are in Norgarn. Go and retrieve them from there.
So when he mentioned the spiky sword, if I heard that right, is he, do I know if that's a sword that
No, I mean, you
Tian
don't.
has?
Tian carried, at least to your knowledge, Tian generally just carried around just plain, regular-looking swords, nothing overly crazy or fancy. He was always the kind of guy who didn't want to draw attention to himself. So
He didn't want to. Okay. Yeah. I was like, that doesn't, because I'm thinking like Iona's the one who, he would love a huge sword. Tian not as much. So, all right, but it looks like it is Tian's handwriting from what I can tell from the letter.
yes, very much looks like it's Tian's handwriting.
Okay. And he didn't, while I'm looking at it, reading, I just ask, didn't have to mention how he found out we were up here, did he?
I assumed that. Yeah, I mean, your father has eyes and ears everywhere, mate. Sure that he found out some way.
Right, I just didn't expect it so soon. I understand the eyes and ears everywhere, but finding us so soon, we had only been in Norgon for really a couple of days or so when he came. So.
That's weird. I'd gotten news that you were in Norgon. I mean, it takes a week to get up there.
Right. So, well, thank you, Captain. I do appreciate this, and it does very much look like it. At least the handwriting was Tian's, so be able to verify that.
Is anything else I can do for you and your friends? Just let me know. Our goal is to make your stay as comfortable as possible.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate it, and again, I appreciate all that you have done for the Southern Isles, and you're very, very loyal. So, thank you.
As long as your father keeps paying me, I'll be as loyal as he needs.
And who knows? Maybe one day I'll keep paying you.
Well, if your father ever stops paying me and you pay me at least as much as he's paying me, I'll be loyal to you.
Okay. How much is he paying you?
That is, I am not allowed to disclose that. Very secretive agreement with your father.
Fair. And he gave you a very nice ship to run. So.
That's fair.
I dare say. That is. I'm sure this is a very fine, prestigious position.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everyone wants to be a captain for the Boyar of the Southern Isles. I mean, it's very prestigious.
Let alone on the Seahawk.
The Seahawk. She's a beauty, isn't she? Best
She
ship
is.
around.
Excited to.
Ain't
get
no
her
ship
out to
like her.
sea. All right.
We
Well,
should
thank
be-
you.
Should be in open waters by tomorrow.
Great. Excited. I will take my leave then. Thank you very much.
Certainly. With that, he goes back to reading Tian's letter and examining it as you are leaving.
Okay. As I am.
Say Ian's letter.
Tian's.
Sounded like you're saying
Tian.
I heard Ian both times, and I was like,
Tian's letter. But
So, hey.
All right. Anyone else have anything they wish to do before they retire for the night?
Yeah. With everything that's gone on today and the prospect of everything coming up being incredibly overwhelming and like terrifying, Jelenia is gonna go find Piotr really fast.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So Piotr, what would you be doing right before you? Yeah, what is any rituals that Piotr has right before he goes to bed? Anything that special that he'd be doing?
I couldn't think of anything funny to say. That like
You can just be like blood
the
ritual.
funny skill check prompt procced in my brain, and I was like, rolled a 2. So Piotr, one thing that he misses from his duties as a consulate personnel person was just like when he was on the water, during travel and things, just kind of looking at the waves as a way to just kind of self-mesmerize and get ready for bed and things. So he's just kind of looking at the waves and thinking about, I guess, kind of everything. Yeah, so that's what he's doing.
Okay, so
Wait,
Jelania,
you're
you
out
find
on
him.
the deck, or are you in
Yeah,
your
you find
room?
him. Yeah, I imagine you find him on the top deck, just looking
Yeah.
out on the waves. Probably near the front of the ship.
Yeah, Jelenia does not like the water and stuff. So it takes her like a little bit of time to like work herself up to like go over. Piotr?
Oh.
Sorry. We had talked about me getting Svetla's journal back from you, so I could read that.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'll just I'll go grab it and you can have it. So Piotr, come with me if you want. So Piotr starts walking to
Yes, okay.
wherever he goes to do that, which is probably his room where his things are. Yes. Firm answer.
Okay. All right. I will
And
follow.
then so he grabs it, hands it to her. Let me know
Actually,
if
you arrive at your room
crap.
and you begin trying to look for the journal, and you can't find it.
Bullets!
Oh,
Oh.
what?
It was Kalina.
Ian, what have you done?
Uh,
We look for
What?
it? We like try and like maybe it
do
fell
I
over
need
the
to roll
bed.
something?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
give me an investigation check, perception check. Just tell me what you're trying to do to find the journal.
Okay. So let's say he's looking for it. He can't find it. And I guess an insight check. He wants to see if it looks like anything's been disturbed.
That would
Can
be
I
a
do-
perception check.
Oh, okay, yeah. And I guess kind of, what's my question?
If you want to
what am I
like
trying
use
to do here?
insight to like recall where you had, if last thing you did with the book, you could do that.
Can I
But,
do multiple checks? I have like a line of reasoning that he would go through.
So let's start at the beginning of the line of reasoning, and then we'll move down and go from there. So what's
Okay.
what's the
Insight
first
to
thing you're
figure-
doing? Insight to figure out what you
Insight.
last did with the book. Okay.
Yeah, yep. Ta-da-ba. 19.
19. You very vividly remember last night as you were reading it before you went to bed, sticking it in your satchel. We have decided that you have a satchel, not a backpack.
And there is no such journal in my man purse. Um, okay, and at this point, okay, this is meta Ian talking, so feel free to talk me down from this. I want to say that he is suspicious and wants to see if there were like any magical things done to remove the thing from his satchel.
Okay. So that would require you to cast Detect Magic.
Oh, I don't have that question mark. I'm gonna double check. I don't think I do. Nope.
Okay, then you will not be able to determine whether there was anything magical done.
Not even
I
with
just
an
like look through
Arcana
stuff
check.
and just like, okay, it's
Yeah,
not
you're-
in the bag.
Yeah, you're welcome. If you'd like to give a perception check, you are welcome to give a perception check and see
Everything is
what's going
like
on.
so low. It's perception 14.
Nothing. I mean, you're not familiar with Piotr's room habits, so you're not certain if he keeps a tight room or anything, but it looks like a room. You can't really tell if that, you can't, there's no evidence of anyone having come in or left, but, it is the ship. Your doors don't lock. The only doors that lock on the ship are the captain's quarters and the captain's quarters, the magical door to the Aetheryte, and the the doors to the storage, their cargo air hold. Those are the only doors that lock on the ship. Everyone else doesn't really have no other doors have locks.
So, is there any indication that the lock on Piotr's door was tampered with?
I mean, the lock that I just said is not there.
Yeah. No,
Oh, oops.
There is
Sorry,
no
that's
lock on
not
your
how
door.
My brain interpreted that information. Okay, so
Okay.
at this point, Piotr, in a very Ian fashion, is literally taking everything in his room that is not bolted down and putting it on the other side of the room from
Okay.
where it was to
Yeah.
make sure that he's literally looking through every single item.
Give me an
Piece of furniture,
investigation
etc.
check, and you can have advantage because I imagine that Jelania is helping you.
Yeah.
No, she gave up. She's bored.
She's kind of like freaking out right now. Like definitely a little bit of hyperventilation happening.
Okay, so do I get the advantage?
Yes.
I hope so, because otherwise, that sucked. The second one was fine. So, I'm just adding. Sorry, 21.
All right. Very systematically, the most systematically you can go through every inch of the room. There's no sign of the journal anywhere. No sign that anyone came and took it.
Are you sure you didn't leave it on the little boats?
I don't.
You could go check the little boats. The little boats are on the ship. They've been attached to the side of the ship like a rowboat.
I mean, I swear it was in this room. I vividly remember putting it in there, but I mean, at this point, either I'm crazy or it's not here. So, let's go check.
Or someone took it?
Yeah, I guess we can't discount that.
So, Galena, you are next door neighbors to Piotr, and you are hearing this the tearing apart of Piotr's room, which also Piotr need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh crap!
Your 24 hours are done, young man.
Oh.
Shit.
That one.
That one.
That
Yeah.
one. All right.
Yes.
You
We roll a nat one before a nat 20. It's a good night.
you take 9 points of psychic damage, Piotr.
Rip.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oofers, my dude.
But yes.
Piotr's like, oh, freak it. Oh, dang it. So he goes next door and knocks on Galena's door. Hold on, we gotta
Gotta do something
I
really
can't
quick.
I can't think right now.
I knew my instant aspirin. Hang on.
All right, so Piotr's knocking on your door, Galena.
She opens the door.
And
Hey,
instantaneously,
how are
your
you?
headache is gone, and you feel so much better.
Oh wow. It's great to see you. Hey, would you mind? We are. I can't with Brayden right now. We're having trouble finding something. Would you mind? Three heads are better than two. Would you mind helping us look for a little? As a matter of fact, have you seen a journal anywhere?
What size and color? Give me a basic description.
Yay big. Yeah, like a journal. It's got black binding on the outside. It says some stuff on the inside that hopefully you wouldn't have read.
It would have the Katenkov household symbol inscribed on the front of it.
Oh yeah, and that it also has the Katenkov household symbol inscribed on the front of it as well. Like her people.
You mean Zelania's?
Yes. I was pointing to her. Sorry.
Oh, I'm
The
still in
angle
your
on my
room. Like,
camera.
I'm going through stuff more.
Oh crap. Oh yeah. So I guess she didn't accompany me. But yeah. Anya's family. Like that. Yeah. Have
No.
you seen?
I haven't seen that book, no.
Would you mind helping look for it, Chance?
I can help, but these rooms aren't very big.
Yeah, which
We just arrived. How did you manage to lose it so quickly?
if I had a gold coin for every time that I just placed something on, like, down and remembered exactly where it was and then didn't know where it was when I came back, I would have exactly one gold coin. This doesn't happen very often, so I don't know what the heck happened. I vividly remember putting it in my satchel, if you will, slipping it in there, clasping the clasp, buttoning. I don't know what the verb there is. Anyway, doing all that, and it's not there. And the thing is, that is something that's very important to Anya, and it was entrusted to me, and kind of feel like a butt now that it's lost. So anyway, if you could help me find it, also, like, at some point I'll have to explain to you the weird stuff that happens when you're not around. Like, to my head hurts a lot. But anyway, like, if you could help us find it, not only would just having another set of eyes peering about for it help, it would help me not have a splitting migraine every time I, like, turn my head too fast. So,
You're not making a lot of sense. And she steps out of her room and shuts the door. But I can help. You obviously need some help. She goes over to your room.
Anyway, thank you, Galena. No, yeah, I don't think Piotr goes to his room. So is Anya just, like, tearing everything apart?
I mean, at this point, she's kind of like in a level of, like, freak out that she's just kind of staring around and, like, trying to hold back tears. It's like hyperventilating a little bit.
Anya?
Yeah.
I just a couple things. I recruited some help. Galena's gonna help us find the journal. Also, yeah, we're gonna find it, Anya. Or die trying. Maybe literally. Maybe we'll. Never mind. That's dark. You know what? Heck, I'll make a joke. Because you know what? In times like these, sometimes you just need to laugh. If we get eaten by a kraken, we won't have to worry about it. So there's that to think about, look forward to, however you want to look at it. But yeah, let's let's scour this ship, shall we?
Yeah.
You need
Okay.
Come up with some better jokes. She walks over to your satchel and just turns it upside down and dumps everything out. And then starts looking in it, pockets and things.
Good thought. I did try that, but two heads are better than one.
So if you'd like, Galena, you're welcome to make an investigation or perception check to attempt to see if you notice anything that everyone else didn't.
Yeah, because she's going to like look under the mattress and in the pillowcase. I'm going to go with investigation. This is better. 18.
All right. I mean, based upon the description that Piotr just gave us, he generally keeps a very clean living area. You're actually kind of impressed by how clean it is. But yeah, you don't see any sign of the journal anywhere here.
Okay, I'm going to go look at the smaller boat.
Yeah, let's do that. And they're off.
All right, so you three of you make your way down to the boat. As you're going, you arrive to the smaller skiffs. You notice Antivin is there speaking with Red Scale, who is the first officer, the first mate. They're just sitting there and chatting, and then Antivin turns and sees Jelania, and his eyes kind of go wide, and he looks and excuses himself from the first officer, and he comes up and he's like, "Is everything okay?"
Maybe, no, possibly terrible, possibly fine. We're looking for a book. Piotr had it, and
Yeah,
we
the
can't find it.
book that Piotr was reading.
Yes. Have you seen it?
I mean, I saw him reading it yesterday. He's lost it.
Lost, misplaced. Possibly someone took it.
At
He
that,
says that he knew exactly where he put it, and it's not there.
when you say possibly someone took it, you see the Dragonborn Red Scale straighten up and he come over. Are you accusing anyone on the ship of thievery? We take theft very, very seriously on the ship. It's not something that we tolerate.
I don't know. I just want the book back.
Describe this book to me.
I go describe the book again. Black of this size has this symbol on it.
The first mate nods. I promise you that I will not rest until the thief has been found. And with that, he turns and storms off into the rest of the ship in the direction of the crew's quarters, probably to conduct a thorough search. But you guys are welcome to investigate the ship, the skiffs.
Yeah, I mean, we're already here.
Yeah. Investigation.
Yep. Give me investigation or
It's a
perception checks.
19
That's what
for
I'm
me.
doing right meow. Oh,
Did you say
17?
right meow? If you said right meow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep throwing that in there. But I
He is
didn't
a furry
during
after
the
all.
recap.
Did you roll something, Sarah?
13.
13. Okay. No signs on the skiffs. Besides the fact that you notice that the second skiff they seem to be dismantling very, very quickly.
Um,
You
Jeff
remember
is
that
gonna
they had said they
approach.
had acquired the second skiff. You never mentioned how they had acquired it.
hello, gentlemen.
Build a boat.
They all look. Can I help you?
Oh, I was just curious. Looks like you guys are in a hurry there. What's going on?
Need the wood for something. Captain's orders.
Anything specific? Do you know?
Nope.
You don't.
Hmm. Nothing.
You seem hesitant.
Give me an insight check.
Piotr's about to get ganged up and murdered by a bunch of pirates.
Don't worry, I didn't see shoot. On account of I rolled crappy. 11.
Yep. They're just like, ah, just captain's orders, taking down the skiff. Don't need two, right? Just need one.
I mean, what if we had to evacuate?
That's what the lifeboats are for. And you know how to swim, right?
Yeah, but that depends on how far I'd have to swim, you know? We are in the middle of the ocean.
Then let's hope the Kraken doesn't attack us.
Yeah, that's been on my mind. All right, carry on. Do you need help? I could.
Nope, we're good. We're good. You
Are you-
just go
you
about
sure?
your business. Yep.
All right. Okay. I'll leave it to it. Piotr walks away.
Yeah, so no sign of the journal on the boat, on the skiff. As far as you can tell, it has vanished into thin air.
Just a question, Piotr, but did you ask Corvette if he borrowed it?
I mean, at this point, we may as well literally ask every single living creature on this boat. So,
Oh,
Couldn't
that could
hurt.
take a while.
I think
I mean,
first
we're
mate doing that.
rapidly running out of alternatives. But yeah, I guess we'll start with people we trust implicitly.
Antivin flips a hand up. Excuse me, I don't mean to seem rude or anything. I don't quite understand the importance of this book.
It was my sister's.
Oh. I see. That's really sorry, Jella.
I really want it back, but I don't necessarily want to talk to every one of these people on the ship.
If word gets around that we're looking for it and we don't get to the right person fast enough, better, more likely than not, that the book will end up in the bottom of the sea.
Valid.
Yeah. I think we're just going to have to let the first mate deal with it. He knows the people that are the most shady, the most likely. Knows how to ask one at a time. I don't know.
Scale seems like a good man. I was talking with him earlier. Not as shady as the captain, but perhaps they balance each other out. Honorable man and a man who's in it for the money.
I swear, if the captain took it, I will stab him through the eye.
That's a little drastic. Gotta relax. It's gonna be okay. And
Why would they take it? Was it valuable?
To certain people, yes. I don't really know what was in it. Piotr's been reading it. But there, it's likely information that would put out a lot of the Profane Guard's plans or something, maybe. I don't know. Piotr, what was in it? What did you see? What did you read in there?
Kind of a mixed bag. A lot of quotidian, mundane things, things about her day, sometimes things about what she was doing, why she was doing what she was doing. You know, back right before everything went down. Though it could definitely be valuable to the right, to the right person.
Is anything else missing from your room?
Patrick, when Piotr was looking through everything, did he notice anything that was missing?
Nope, nothing else. Not even your gold.
No, not even my gold. Not even my TV. Like, everything's just...
No anachronisms here, please. Yeah, room was untouched. It was just... That was, yeah, the only thing was missing. It was the journal.
Yeah, just the journal was missing.
So, not your average thief, if they didn't take the gold.
Yep. Like, they didn't want me to know that they had been there, if at all possible.
Jelana's just like super overwhelmed right now and like just cannot process. Just doesn't know what else to say.
Antivin, go ahead, Ian.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
Nope, you go ahead.
No, Piotr turns to Anya. We're gonna find it, okay?
Antivin puts a hand on Jelania's shoulder. I think the best thing to do is get some sleep and tackle the problem again in the morning. Maybe when we're rested and better, not as frazzled, we'll be able to remember something.
Okay.
Good idea.
That Antivin begins to lead Jelania off to her room. You two obviously are welcome to go to your room. It's all in the same direction. The three of you have rooms right next to each other. Corvet's the one with the special fancy captain's room.
Crap. Piotr's gotta figure out what the freak he's gonna do, or he's gonna die in his sleep.
If you can sleep. Have you ever?
If you can sleep, you
what
might
the
not be able
heck?
to. You might not be able to get
Ooh.
some rest. All right, Corvette, is there anything that you wanted to be doing while this shenanigans was going down?
So what time is it now?
It's getting pretty late. If you had to guess, it would probably be like 9:30 p.m.
It's like dark though. Sun is already set.
Sun is set.
Dark.
What the only light you can see is the lanterns hanging off the ship.
Okay. So Corvette, oblivious to all these shenanigans going on, it's gonna go back up to the crow's nest. First of all, is Pan there? Is anyone there?
Pan is there.
Pan is there. Okay. Well, being in dark, I guess that it's useful. I don't know what they use it for at nighttime, but like, hey Pan, how's it going?
Lord Corvette, it's a pleasure to see you. What brings
Good to
you up to
see
my
you.
crow's nest this evening?
To get away, and reflection, whichever one that is supposed to be.
Introspection.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Fancy words. I don't know what those things necessarily mean, but when I'm up in the crow's nest, I like to sit and think to myself about the stuff that's happened.
That seems like some wise advice. Mind if I join you, or
Not at all. Not at all.
how long is your shift up here?
I like sitting up here. I'm one of the few people whose bones don't ache so
Mhm.
climbing up that ladder every day doesn't hurt. But
Right.
probably he doesn't look at a watch because he wouldn't have a watch. He looks up at the sky. Probably a little bit longer, maybe another hour until someone comes and relieves me. If I can go
Okay.
get some sleep.
Well, would you mind if I took the rest of your watch for you?
No, if you wanted to. But I mean, if you can't, not sure how much Captain Leodov would like that. I mean,
If you don't tell him, I won't.
your secret's safe with me. And
All
he
right.
begins to meander down the crow's nest ladder. He says, "Don't forget to look with the telescope every once in a while. See what's ahead of us."
Will do. I quickly take a look at that telescope or pull it out, take a look around. Do I see anything?
You don't see anything. You do
Yes,
notice,
there's an
however,
iceberg coming right for the ship.
There's a nice big kraken on its way towards us. So.
you do notice that when you use the telescope, when you look through it, that it's almost as if you're looking at it at midday. It's not like you're looking at it at night.
Oh wow! So you can see. I get it. I'm like, this can be very useful. Okay. So is it like attached to the crow's nest, or is it just like something that
It's
I
just
pull out?
Just in there.
So I'll put it in like a pocket or something. Just for now. I'll leave it when I leave. I'm not taking it, but so it doesn't roll anywhere. So does Pan climbs down?
Yep.
He's already. Okay. So after Pan, after a few minutes, Corvus sure Pan is already gone and left. He summons Eladin and kind of rests him on the just on the base of the crow's nest. And he kneels on his knees next to him. And then starts praying to Bronislav.
Okay.
Saint, and this is Bronislav. I have a lot of questions and doubts and concerns. But you know that I want to do good and I want to protect and save this land, this people. What? So many questions. And he's like, kind of just like shakes his hands again, like kind of feeling like he's forgotten how to communicate. If you know, should we be going to Astrahva? How did Tia know we were in Norgarn in such a short time? And then gesturing towards Eladin, you're the patron saint of magic. And this is a tool, something that can be used to save. Can you help me with that?
All right. So you find your so you close your eye. When you open your eyes from your prayer, you see yourself not on the crow's nest, but kind of sitting in this white fog. And you see in the very distantly, you see the what's becoming more an unfamiliar shape, but because it used to be very familiar, but now it's more unfamiliar. It's been so long, but you recognize it as Bronislav. Bronislav, like all the saints, is wearing this long white and gold robe. He is, his robe is definitely more of the scholarly variety. He has, there's a hood all down the back. It's not pulled up. He's just sitting there and he's holding, very much what looks like an arcane staff. He looks at you. So you want to talk now?
Yeah.
Did your little hiccup in Norgarn give you pause of your path?
Maybe. Actually, I kind of fell unconscious right after that, so I thought it was just my imagination. But it sounds like you've confirmed that.
Not your imagination. It was very much something that happened. The divine power and connection within you is threatening to be severed. You continue down the path you're currently on, I won't be able to help you anymore. You called me the patron saint of magic. You, of all people, should know that is incorrect. I am not the patron saint of magic, rather of spellcasters and arcana. The knowledge of magic, and those who wield it. I do not claim any lordship or domain over magic. That is Silhana's realm. I don't know much about Eladin, besides the fact that you don't want to be mixed up with him. He was punished for a reason, Corvette. You should leave that spear far behind. Throw it into the depths of the ocean that you now are on, so that it may never be found again. There are other ways that I can help you. Other paths of power that you can seek, but not while you are connected with that spear.
You know how Tien knew we were up in Norgarn?
I know, but I can't divulge that information to you. Not while you're on the path you are. A shame that your other ASMR friend had to leave. Violet would have been more than happy to provide the answers.
So, I'm to understand that you can help me once I give away everything I've done to try and help myself?
Yes. We would not leave you powerless, Corvette. Your role is too important. We would provide you with the strength that you need, but it would require you to walk the path of obedience.
And where was all this before when I was striving?
Did you even ask,
consistently?
Corvette? The moment that you thought that we couldn't help you, you turned to this arcane knowledge. You sought after Eladin. You didn't even didn't speak to me. What chance did you give? Chance did you give us? We already provide. Your saintly heritage already provides you with strength. But the longer you continue down this path, the more at risk you are of losing it. I'm terribly, terribly sorry, Court. Believe me, if I could change as they are written, I would do it in a heartbeat. I sought out magic, a way to help Silhana. I know why you did what you did. There are rules even been bigger than Silhana herself that we cannot bend. I have all the answers you seek, Corvette, but I can't provide them to you until you decide to abandon Eladin.
And this path I'm on, where would it end?
Your future is clouded to me because of your disconnection, but I do see one thing. At the end of your path, I see a long, long, and lonely road. Your path will take you from Mordver. Your path will take you to lead you to become a wanderer, endlessly traveling. No home nor harbor. And that is if you do not die in the process.
That is always an option, apparently. So, especially with what we're trying to do.
Not even the gods are safe from death.
And it's a lot to take in, and I know what you would have me do right now, and I don't know if I can in this moment. But how close are they,
Your friends,
the Profane Guard?
thank God, to accomplishing their goals.
Yeah.
Closer than we'd like, but far enough away that it could still be stopped. Or at least weakened.
Will I find Tian in Astrahva?
You can, if you look in the right places.
Thank you.
I am terribly sorry, son. Wish that there was. And you blink, find yourself back on the crypt. Where were you? Eladin's voice says in your head.
Hawking
You
with,
disappeared.
like, physically disappeared?
At least mentally. Couldn't feel
Oh.
you anymore. I was concerned that maybe you jumped.
What do you mean jumped?
Had a lot on your mind recently. Let's just leave it at that.
Just talking with an old friend.
Talking with that angel.
Perhaps. What's it to you?
What? I can't help you if you get their help. We're kind of not compatible.
So I've heard.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
it
I
with
bet
you
she
guys?
is. I mean, they don't let you know what it is. They, the church likes to control the source of sources of magic. They like to know who has magic, where they're getting their magic from, and make sure that it's closely monitored and controlled. I'm a wild card. I can do all sorts of things they wouldn't even dream. That wizard you just picked up,
Yeah.
she's strong. She's got nothing on me. The power that I am offering you.
Impressive. I mean, can you teach me Fireball? Can I use Fireball? She
I can
seems to
teach
really
you
enjoy.
something better. Eventually. You got your Eldritch Blast. Who needs Fireball? You've got Eldritch Blast. Look, I've been here for you. And I haven't asked much in return.
Not yet, which I know there's something you want.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. You're not quite strong enough yet.
Saying that.
You just gotta be strong enough where you can handle the tasks that I need you to take care of.
What is it? The collapse of society?
Oh, what fun would that be? Now, I'm not interested in this war you guys are fighting. I'm just here to help. I've got bigger goals, more personal.
Usually it's the other way around. The bigger goals are usually outside oneself, but sure, who am I to... I don't know anything about Fae, so...
Oh, I mean, I've got bigger goals. I'm sure your angel friends have told you there's things outside this world. In the long run, Inara doesn't mean anything compared to what is out there. Don't worry about yourself about that. Your brain won't be able to comprehend it. It's kind of this cosmic thing that you might not be able to get. Just worry about you just concern yourself with stopping the Profane Guard.
I'm working on that.
And then when you're strong enough, I'll let you know what I need you to do.
Can I do insight, just to see if I can sense if it's how, like, wicked in a sense, or just like,
yeah,
kind of just like not benevolent is this task request going to be?
Go for it.
Oh, that's high. I said insight, right?
Yes.
18 plus 2, 20, dirty 20.
It's not evil as in I would like to destroy the world evil, but it's definitely selfish. Eladin's goals are his own, and he could give 2 silvers, cares 2 silvers less about what you guys are doing. He's just here because you get the strong feeling that he needs you.
Pick him up. Well, thanks for being here so far. And
just don't use me as a corkscrew.
Deal. And he disappears. Okay. I take a look through the telescope again.
An iceberg appears and crash into the ship. We all sink and horribly drown.
Just clear open seas ahead. It's only a few minutes later that someone comes up the ladder to relieve.
I am exhausted, and I head to the captain's quarters. You said there is a lock on this door. Lovely. I will lock that and go to bed.
I'm assuming the rest of you have gone to sleep.
Well,
yeah.
Jelania, we don't know.
Damn.
Jelania, as you and Antivin get to your room, he kind of stops. He looks at you. Well, good night. And he turns and starts to walk away.
Good night. Where are you going to sleep?
Was gonna go see if there was any available cots in the crew's quarters.
Okay.
I don't want to push you and make you feel push you too hard. I want you to take everything at your pace. Do what you want when you're ready.
Oh, right.
I wasn't referring to that. I'm sorry, that sounded way more awkward than I meant. I was referring to, and the DM totally did this on purpose. I just meant like just sharing a room. Like I wasn't talking about doing anything more than that. Again, nothing more than you were, just your pace.
Oh, okay.
Antivin is bright red like a beet.
Okay. Sorry, my mind is still on other things. I have to admit that the idea of those sorts of things is both intriguing and terrifying to me. But I don't know. And she kind of puts her head in her hands. I would rather not be alone right now, though.
Okay. You want me to stay? I can stay. I just want to make sure that this is what you want. I don't, want me to, spend the night with you. I can. I just don't want you to feel rushed into anything. It has been kind of a whirlwind romance, to say the least.
Yeah.
So
But I'll never get used to things if I never experience them.
So he comes back and he takes your hand and he goes forward and kisses you gently on the forehead. Let's go get some sleep. And he leads you into the room. And that you all sleep or not. It's up to you guys. But so you all go to sleep. Awake the next morning. And yeah. So you awaken the next morning. There is kind of a roll call. Not intended for you guys, but Red Scale is very loud, and so he's waking the the crew members who are supposed to take over in the morning up. And you guys can wake up in the morning, or you guys can choose to sleep in. There will be breakfast and things provided.
Great pancakes.
More like oatmeal and maybe some bacon.
Yeah, that's not bad either.
But that's what they have for pretty much every meal. Except for you guys. That's what the crew has for pretty much every meal because they're the crew. You guys get some more fancy stuff, but... Oh yeah, can I get another wisdom saving throw from you?
I was going to say, thanks for the reminder, Little Miss Fodder. Ba-da-ba. Suck it. Nat 20.
All right, you
Yeah,
are
there we
immune
go.
to the effects of the curse for the next 24 hours.
I knew I had to roll something good at some point during this session.
You've rolled so high on most of your rolls tonight, so
That's true, but the ones that count all suck. So I rolled 1-3 and anyway.
So as you guys do awake, Antivin is kind of sitting on your bed, Jelania, with you, and looks at you and says, "So do we go out together? Do you want to go out one at a time? I don't know how much of a secret you want this to be from your friends."
Well, the longer that we go on, I think the less likely it will be that we can keep things a secret. And Piotr at least can definitely keep a secret. I would imagine that Corvid can as well. There are things that he has told me that, I won't tell any other person. I would hope he would do the same for me. Kalina, though, I have no idea.
I mean, I'm less concerned about Galena. I don't know much about her. But Corvid was a diplomat. He runs in high circles. Corvid is a noble. doubt that its crew seems to have been paid for its silence to a degree. Still trying to figure out what happened with that journal, but I don't think that they would be spreading the news anywhere. If you think we can trust them, I'll follow your lead.
How do you feel about it, though?
If it was my choice, I would be shouting it from the crow's nest to the entire world. But like I said last night, I want to take everything in case. Comfort. I don't care who knows. We're far away from
I don't really care
Norgron.
who knows either. If there's a big discovery, I feel like I can handle, whatever shame that people throw at me. I've passed through so much worse, and I would only want to save you from that. I don't mind about myself.
We're very far from Norgron, so I'm not worried. And he takes your hand and leads you out of the room. As you are exiting the room, Galena and Piotr, you exit about the same time, and very obviously see Antivin and Jelania holding hands.
Oh.
Is that
Wait.
your actual reaction?
Retcon that.
Because you had a pretty good idea, Piotr, just as a reminder of some of the insight checks you got last time. You had a pretty good idea of what was going on. You just had chosen not to say anything.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm not saying that would have been like a big revelation. It's just like, but also that's out of character. Retcon, that didn't happen.
All right.
What does happen?
No, it does happen.
It just kind of okay, and then walks off to breakfast. Trying to like walk slower so as to like hopefully sync up with Galena's pace to avoid another migraine.
Going on a double date.
Double breakfast date. Get some oatmeal. Most romantic food.
There is more stuff available to you guys. You do with that. There are a variety of fruits, and some nice mead to go with your breakfast if you so desire. Corvette, you're served breakfast in your room. You don't have to. You don't have to go to the the mess hall with everyone else to get breakfast. You're just it's probably before you're even awake, you hear a knock on your door, and
Hold on. Open the door, unlatch it. Like just completely
there's a
filled with like
there's a guy holding a silver platter with a large cup of some fancy morning drink. I don't know, and then your oatmeal, bacon. You see some oranges. You see which don't grow on Mordver, so like you've seen oranges before because you're a noble, but oranges don't grow on Mordver. And the sailor holds it out to you. Your breakfast, my lord.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Is there like a little table in my room at least?
Yes, there is a table in your room that you could use.
Because the desk is gone apparently.
Yep. Galena, sorry, we didn't get your reaction to seeing Antivin and Jelania. If you had a reaction, you don't have to have a reaction because you don't know them. You don't know what's going on.
She quirks an eyebrow and she's just like, that's nice.
Okay. All right. Okay, sorry, let me look at my notes real quick and to make a decision. We're going to call it here for our break, actually. So we'll be back in 5 minutes with the
Here comes the Kraken.
continuation.
I know, here comes the Kraken.
But yeah, so we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Stuff's just getting good. Yeah, so see you in a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. We are returning. So you guys are eating your breakfast. When you hear something from the crow's nest, ship ahead. If you didn't
Oh,
hear
well,
that, it was
were you
ship,
supposed
ship
to
ahead.
understand that?
Yeah, it said ship
Oh.
ahead. I mean, it's up to you. Did you understand it through the wood of the several decks? But
Yeah, I guess that's valid.
but it is calling that there is a ship ahead, and the crew kind of like all looks around, and then makes their way up to the top deck. Does anyone choose to join them, or are you guys?
Where is my quarters like compared to
Your quarters is like
that?
is on the it would be on the top deck. Like it's you don't have the boats. The back of the boat has like this. Saying your quarters would
Right.
be in that section on the top deck.
Oh, so I would hear that for sure.
Yeah, you would hear that for sure.
All right. I make sure I look decent. I open the door and just step out.
You step out and you see you see it. There is a ship. It looks completely intact, but it is, it's just floating there. Like its sails aren't lowered, so it's not catching any wind. It's just floating. Red Scale looks up at Captain Leodov. What do we do, sir? Bring us abreast. I'd like to send some people over to investigate the ship, see if we can find out what happened there. It's not, you don't see derelict ship floating. Nothing. Sure enough, he brings the ship abreast. He looks at Corvette. Now, Corvette, my understanding is that you and your friends are expert in these types of situations. Do you think that you would be willing to go do the investigating?
What to find these situations? We've had a lot of different kinds, but the
yeah,
sea is definitely your expertise.
Oh, but you're the adventurers, explorers. I'm just a sea captain.
Well, are my squad, our squad, even on deck? Did y'all just?
Lena would have gone up.
Yeah, Piotr as well.
And Antonin
If
would have gone
Antonin
up.
didn't go up, okay, then Jelania would have gone too.
Okay.
Probably
Well,
not holding hands anymore, though.
Okay. So Corvette is still in the dark. All right. Okay, so you make your way up. Corvette, Leodov's waiting for you to give your answer. You want to go investigate the ship?
I'd be more than happy. However, what do you want us to do, sir? What are you looking for?
Any clues as to what happened on the ship? It's not, it's not every day you see, not every day you see a derelict just floating. Do our best to stay next to it while you guys do your investigation.
Do you mind?
Send some of the crew members over with you to help you.
Thank you. They would know more of the ships and if anything unnatural happened.
You're a son of the Southern Isles. You'd know. You'd get the gist of it, and just in a jiffy. And besides, your friend Piotr's been on a few ships in his life as well.
Okay. Well, I come to my friends. Do you guys want to go over? I'll be heading over with the group of sailors, some of the crew, but any of you want to join?
Sure. Piotr feels uneasy. Can I roll an insight check?
Sure. What are you attempting to discern?
Buena pregunta, which means I don't know in Spanish.
That means good question.
Like, if anything seems off about the first mate's demeanor, I don't know. He's a little weirded out by the situation.
Okay. Give me a roll.
Insight then?
Yep.
Nat 1.
You're convinced this is a setup.
I guess that tells me what.
You think that this is a
mean-
setup.
Maybe.
Guys, come here. This is a setup. Don't get on that boat.
Setup of what?
An ambush. Staged drowning. This something isn't right here.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Well, Of course, something isn't right. The boat's deserted in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, but it's deeper than that.
no, I actually agree. I don't think that all of us should go.
Okay, give me 10 minutes. And I'll stay here, but I have an idea. She steps off to the side and spends the next 10 minutes casting Find Familiar as a ritual.
Mm,
Okay.
cool.
All right. Do you want to
Okay.
describe your furry companion?
He is a little gray furry squirrel that's very cute. And as soon as I get some stronger magnets, he'll be able to sit right there.
Yeah. Oh my
Shoulder.
Yes.
So that's him.
What's his name?
Cute.
Luchik. As soon as Luchik pops up, she's like, Luchik, buddy!
Blue chick. I'm already.
Luchik
This
just
is important.
nuzzles you back as you are grateful for his presence. What is your plan with Luchik?
Okay. I'm going to stay over here. I'm going to find a place out of the way to sit. But I'm going to be a little bit helpless, so one of those soldiers you brought should keep an eye on me. And I'll send Luchik with you. Luchik, you need to go with them. Pick, I don't know, Piotr or Zelanya. Sit on their shoulder, and then I can see through your eyes, and I'll know what's happening.
Luchik gives you a quick nod and then scurries up Piotr's legs and wraps his tail around Piotr's neck to keep himself on Piotr's shoulders.
Actually, you might want to go with Jelanya. I think I'm going to stay behind as well.
Luchik kind of like gives you a little glare, and you
Do I
can
need to
just
repeat
tell that
that in
Luchik
squirrel?
you just tell Luchik is calling you a coward.
No, it's more. This is headache prevention.
Squirrel just kind of shakes his head, then scurries back down and scurries up onto Jelanya's shoulders,
Oh, great.
still glaring at Piotr, shaking its head in disappointment.
Can't
Hey,
please
he's not that
everyone.
bad.
Especially not the
He's
squirrel.
alright.
Otter, you're-
Did we all read the chat at the same time? I think we all read the chat at the same time. Oh, God.
That was
Oh, man.
priceless.
Oh my gosh. For our YouTube and audio audience who doesn't have the benefit of the chat, we just got a chat message saying, "Look, I'm trying to date your mom, okay?" There you go. Context to the laughter.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
So who all is going over to the boat? The other ship.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
I will go back to my quarters, put on my armor, and grab my shield, and then head on out there.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave my armor off. Make sure I've got my good sword and my other sword.
Okay. Antivin's gonna look at you and just be like, "You sure you don't want to wear your armor?"
I'm fast enough, and I would rather not sink if something bad happens. We don't know what's wrong with the ship.
Antivin nods. Okay, then I'm coming with you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
So,
Ha-
Alina and Piotr are the ones staying behind, correct? Alina is looking through the eyes of Luchik. All right.
And Piotr is just staring into her eyes.
No. Listen, Piotr has a very specific aim here, and that is to not lose like 10 hit points every time Patrick like sneezes.
You critted last night. You're good for 24 hours.
24 hours.
Wait, for how long?
24 hours.
Well,
24 hours.
does Piotr know that yet?
Not necessarily. Up to you. I mean, it has
I
happened
don't
a
know
few
how
times at this
Piotr-
point, but you just, you don't currently have a headache.
Well, yeah, but he's also like right next to her.
So if you don't think Piotr's put 2 and 2 together, then you're good. Piotr hasn't put 2 and 2 together. That's perfectly fine.
Okay, well,
They right on her.
I've dug in my heels here, so for now I have to stick with it.
Okay. All right. You walk on. So they've put like a gangplank across the two boats.
Okay.
Gotten pretty. They've dropped their anchor because the other boat's anchor is obviously dropped as well. You walk across the gangplank onto the other ship. It's a smaller ship than the Seahawk. Not nearly as big. It only has like 2 masts, probably more along the lines of a sloop. And you so you make your way, onto the boat. There's obviously captain's quarters. They have captain's quarters up on top deck as well as their, a ladder that leads down onto the rest of the deck into the below decks.
I want to head to the captain's quarters first. Check
Mhm.
what's in there.
I don't think it's a good idea to split up right now.
I agree.
Unless you want to, Luchik. You can do whatever you want, little guy.
Luchik just tightens his tail around your neck. Not like strangling, but like.
Yeah, I don't know how strong a squirrel tail is to like.
Luchik rolls for initiative.
But all right.
But it is very ticklish, and so I'm just like, maybe not.
All right. So you had, unless Galena wants Luchik to split up, in which case unless Luchik will split up if you give him the order to. So you go in, and you find you go into the captain's quarters, and it looks like people just disappeared in the middle of like a meal. Like you see a half-eaten meal on the table. A quick feel will reveal it's quite cold. The bread that's there is very stale. But it is a very, very cold, very cold meal.
Did we see any kind of have we seen anything on the side of the ship as we like approaching of like what it's called, like the name of the ship? Does it look like it's from Mortimer?
It doesn't look like it's Mordviren. Not that you're familiar with. It's not a Mordviren vessel. It looks, you can give me a thinking of something. Give me an intelligence check and you'll be able to determine what type of ship it is.
It went from a 19 to a natural 1, so it got a 2.
All right.
I have no clue what ship this is.
You are pretty certain that this ship is the, you actually recall a ghost tale that was told to you when you were a young child.
No.
You're convinced that this is the ghost ship of, known as the Gillyflower. The ghost ship, of where its crew all mysteriously vanished. And it's said to appear once every 70 years to steal the crew of another ship to pilot it for another 20. Disappears for 50 years to reappear again.
It's gonna
Guys,
scare Corbett away, and it's just gonna be me and Antiman and a squirrel checking this out.
I really think we should just get off this ship and leave it alone and just get as far away as possible. What are your thoughts?
Same. I really don't see the reason for us to look inside an empty boat when we have other things that we need to do. It seems like a pointless risk.
Yeah.
You don't want to know what happened to these people? See if there's any survivors, someone we can bring onto the ship and take back to the mainland?
Why'd you say that? Yes, we should do that.
You really think
Okay.
there's going to be survivors?
I don't know, but
Gotta
we
at least
check.
We gotta at least check.
I start searching the captain's quarters though, like through if there's a desk, I want to search through just clues of what it is, where they're going. Just if I can figure out more about the gilly, whatever it's called.
Hilly flower. Give me an investigation check.
Better, 16.
All right. So while digging through the captain's the desk, you do find the captain's log. At the beginning of the log, it tells you the actual name of the ship is the Helverson.
Do
And
you know anything about that ship at all?
you haven't heard, it's nothing. You don't know anything.
I figure I wouldn't.
Yeah. You do, reading through the log real quick, you can see that its, home port is Tradewind, so it's a Tradewind, commerce vessel most likely. Though Tradewind commerce vessels have been known to double as smuggler ships at times.
Fun. Oh.
But there is, you don't, you wander, it says, the most recent captain's log does talk about some very valuable cargo that it picked up. Very risky, but very valuable, particularly to smuggle into Mordver. Because that was the plan, is they wanted to smuggle it in for some wizard who wanted to do an experiment. But the captain never specifies what exactly the shipment is. Just that it is on the ship. Give me a perception check, everyone.
These are coming. Oh, that's pretty decent.
5.
19.
Corvette, you are pretty positive that the captain's chair just moved a few inches.
Oh no. Oh no. At least it's not the carpet that's gonna engulf us.
It's the chair that's gonna eat
It's
us.
the chair that's gonna eat us.
Do you say anything about this?
Guys, did you just see? I'm also like scared as it is already. I think this is a haunted ghost ship already. Okay,
I'm
well,
gonna go full Shaggy.
So-
Zoinks!
Would you do it for
Zoinks!
2 Scooby Snacks?
Zoinks, guys! Did you see that? So, guys, the chair, just let's get out. And I grab the captain's log with me and kind of like, guys, out of here onto the deck.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts and see if there are things thinking in this space.
Well, I'm thinking in the space that I'm
Uh-huh.
scared.
Yeah, I mean, there's the two men that I'm with and the little squirrel, but like, what other things are thinking in here?
I have to look into something, really.
Oh no, that means there's
Oh.
something in here. No.
Okay. So you're just doing the surface scan, right? You're not picking any particular. And okay.
So I can like hear the thoughts of things that are around, even if I cannot see them.
Well, you
Right.
definitely detect a thought that's not from the squirrel or Corvid or Antivid.
What is this? What is this thought?
It's just kind of hunger.
Yeah, we need to go.
All right.
Okay, I need initiative
Let's
checks
go.
from everybody.
No!
as you're preparing to leave the room.
No.
Okay.
I feel like I
Told
might
you
have seen this
so.
from like a surprise round that like on us or something, but okay.
Saw the chair move.
Ugh. It's a mimic ship, you guys. The whole ship is a
Oh.
mimic. The whole ship is a mimic.
Let's see.
I'm so scared.
I'm
so
like
scared.
looking through all like is it invisible? Is it I don't. Is it the chair itself?
All right. I need. Second. Okay. What did you get, Jelania?
16.
Okay. Corbett?
13.
Okay. All right. The chair, where the seat of the chair opens up and you see teeth and a very long tongue
No.
slither out of the chair.
I know.
Gross.
And
Wait, so was I right?
you were totally right. You were totally right. So the mimic chair lashes its tongue out against Corvette.
No. What do I have to roll?
You don't have to roll anything.
Oh, okay.
Unless it hits you, then you have to roll something. But it does
No.
hit you.
Wait, it does?
Yep, it does hit you for
Come on, this is 17.
7 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need you to roll. Oh nope, you're automatically grappled. You can attempt to
Automatically?
you can attempt to get out next turn on your turn. You are automatically grappled with it, and it pulls itself closer to you and then does a bite attack against you.
Yes.
That
Patrick.
will hit.
No.
That will hit you
Rip
for
Corvette.
10 points of piercing damage. Oh, plus another
Plus.
8 points of acid damage.
Boo.
All right.
Alright, guys. That's 25 hit points. Right off the
Jeez.
bat.
Okay.
Well, hold on. It is now the turn of Jelania.
Hey, because I only heard like the thoughts of one thing. That's probably just the one. I will go up, and I'm gonna try and stab it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
I'll attempt to enact violence. Is there any way that I can get flanking by going around and like stuff like that?
Not while Corvette's grappled.
Okay.
I mean, if someone else was to move, but not from Corvette. And Antimon's
Okay.
not close enough. apparently.
So that's 21 to hit with the Dragon Slayer.
Okay, that will definitely hit.
Okay. Alright. And that's 9 slashing damage from that one. Is there any like weird reaction? How does it respond to that? Sorry,
It
more.
definitely it takes. You can tell that it definitely doesn't like the silver or the
Cool.
Ethereum. Sorry, it's the Dragon Slayer, so it's the Ethereum. Definitely doesn't like the Ethereum.
Okay. Cool. Well, then I will do my other 2 attacks. Only one from the Dragon Slayer. So that's a 17 and then 19.
And those will both hit.
Okay.
Not bad.
Oh, not so great on the damage rolls. That's 12 more magical slashing damage. Or silvered slashing damage from the other one.
All right.
And see if I can do anything else. Okay, I think this is a thing that I can do. With my bait and switch maneuver, when you're within 5 feet of a creature on your turn, you can expend 1 superiority die to switch places with them. Never mind. Sorry, Corbett,
Hey,
you
I
are
mean,
kind of on your own there. If you get more hurt, I'll swap with you. Good luck. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. That would now be the turn of Corvette. You may attempt to escape if you want. It
wait,
is
okay,
a DC 13.
Can you remind me what grapple does again? Like, what does that actually do?
So while you are grappled,
Can't move, I'm assuming.
yeah. While you are grappled, your speed becomes 0. You can't benefit from any bonus to speed. It ends if you become incapacitated. It also ends if you are somehow removed from the reach of the grappler or the grappling effect.
Sounds
Currently,
good.
your speed is just 0, but the mimic's special thing is that you have disadvantage to escape the grapple. By the way, sorry, I should have told you that earlier.
That's good to know, but okay. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Hold on, Jelania, and then I say, "Come on," and then I like touch her, like shoulder, because you said you were like right next to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I cast my Thunder Step, and I'm looking out the door as far as like 50 feet out the door that I can just see onto the deck, however far I can get. That's what I'm doing. And
We're just abandoning Antivin to this thing.
Yeah, he hasn't been hurt. So and he's got armor on too, because he asked you why isn't your armor on. So we're bamfing out about 50 feet away. Can I see out the door first of all?
Yeah, if you guys didn't
Okay.
close the door, you can totally see out of it.
I didn't expect to. So yeah, I see out the door and about 40 to 50 feet on the deck, or just whatever's how far I can see there. And we just go.
Okay. Luchik falls to the ground because Luchik does not teleport with you.
Oh,
So
I'm still
Luchik-
doing it. So yeah.
No, Kalina just gets this sudden view of Luchik plopping to the ground. Antivin
So-
is there to scoop up Luchik and put him on his shoulder.
I think Luchik should have gotten an initiative roll. Gets to be included in the.
Oh, that's all right. I've never had
Like-
anyone play with a familiar before. Sure, what? Did
Yeah, and
you
I was
roll?
just going through the rules really quick.
Gotcha. Did you roll one, perchance?
15.
15, okay. you
Before
will
me.
go-
Never mind. I'm
you
not
will
doing
go-
anything yet.
Yeah, what do you want Luchik to do?
If I'm reading the rules correctly, it says he
Probably
can't
are.
attack, but at the same time, it says that he can deliver touch spells.
Mm-hmm.
So she would direct him to run up and touch the chair and then deliver Shocking Grasp.
All right. Give me your Shocking Grasp attack roll.
Electric squirrel.
That's so cool.
Love it. Love it.
27, because I got a nat 20. And I added 7.
Oh,
Ooh,
You got a nat 20.
that.
Very nice. So nat 20 crit rolls, you roll double of the damage dice. So the number of dice, so you roll it twice. So roll it twice.
So 4d8 instead of 2.
Yep.
ooh.
23.
Wow.
Good squirrel.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Hey.
The mimic is not looking very good.
Okay, that changes my plan.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That is fine.
With from grapple, do I have disadvantage on attack rolls?
It doesn't say you do.
Okay.
That's for restrained.
Yeah, you're grappled,
Okay.
not restrained. So
I am gonna take 2 swipes with Eldon.
okay.
So the first one as a sword, long sword. Ooh, 8 plus 9 is 17.
That will hit.
Cool, and that's 1d8, 1d6. So I got 6. I got 12 slashing damage and 3 force damage.
Okay, all right. Tell me how you did it.
Like, get off me! And I like cut like the tongue and then like just stab Eldon through its back of the chair.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah. So you watch.
So-
So as you do that, you watch as the mimic turns to its true form, which is just an amorphous kind of amoeba-like blob that just onto the ground.
Ah, that is so gross. Ah.
Brody.
As you turn to return to your ship, you see that other objects on the deck have started moving. Barrels, crates, other things. And they have started to progress across your
It's the whole shit.
across the gangplank.
Is this still initiative order? Is this...
Yes, but we're now going to add Galena and Piotr to it. That you two want to roll initiatives for yourselves. We'll get you in this order.
No.
21.
4.
Fire tonight.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Fire on ships is bad, though.
Yeah. As we've learned before, last time there were fire and ships, I got yelled at.
You didn't care though. You're like, it's fire.
Okay, all right, Galena,
Yeah,
you
he's
are
gone now.
You are up
No one
with
lecture me
the
now.
mimics on deck. There are 3 mimics that you guys are dealing with. One is in the form of a barrel, one is in the form of a crate, the other is in the form of a telescope, kind of just like hopping around like the VeggieTales.
Oh my gosh, I just imagined like Corbett putting the telescope up to his eye and just
Bites my eye.
Oh no!
I thought that I was like, oh no, not my telescope.
Okay, well, she directs Luchek to go back to Solania, and she can't look out of his eyes anymore if she's going to be doing her own stuff. I imagine she's also still staying on the deck of the ship that she was on, but as
Okay.
close to the other one as she can be.
Okay, sounds good.
What is closest to...
The barrel-shaped mimic.
Okay, and is that... It's within 60 feet of her, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she's gonna cast Ray of Frost at the barrel-shaped mimic.
All right. Roll to hit.
And here's my typical roll. She got an 11.
That will miss. All right. Okay, that will bring us to the mimics on deck. The barrel-shaped mimic is going to start bouncing across the gangplank. And it makes its way across the gangplank, but actually no, it only makes its way about halfway across the gangplank and isn't able to move all the way across. The telescope-shaped mimic will bounce towards Corvette and roll to hit Corvette.
Wait, I'm inside the cabin still, am I not?
Oh, I assumed that you guys. I moved you guys outside
Oh,
once you
okay.
killed once you killed the chair. I moved you guys outside to continue with the encounter.
Okay.
But that will miss
Free
you.
movement.
So that will miss, however, and then the
Okay.
crate-shaped mimic will attack Jelania and Miss Jelania.
All right, then I'm going to riposte. Make a melee weapon attack. 12.
Okay. That will hit.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. So I get to add my superiority die to the damage. My superiority dice. Math. Oh my gosh, I can't. 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're gonna hit me, you gotta hit me. You can't miss.
All right. It is now the turn of Luchik. Oh, sorry, Jelania. It is Jelania then Luchik. My bad. I got confused since Jelania just made her attack with her post. Actually, Jelania's turn. Then it is Luchik on deck.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna keep attacking this one that.
Piotr, what did
hitting
you
me.
get for initiative? You're not on here.
I got a 4.
Okay, good. It's like, wait a second. I didn't put Piotr on here. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Jelania.
Okay. I'm gonna make 3 separate attacks. So that's 17, a 27, and a 10.
Okay.
Okay,
The
so
only one that will not hit is the 10.
Okay, so 2 with my lovely dragon slaying sword, super awesome sword. Those 2 will hit. In total of 15 damage, just like, because it seemed like a blob, so I'm mostly just like impaling it and stabbing it.
Okay.
I'm not trying to like slash across the top.
Sorry, did you say how much
that's
damage it
all.
was?
15
15. Okay.
total. Yeah, between those 2.
All right. Luchik, it is your turn with Corvette on deck.
Okay. She's going to direct him to run up to the barrel and deliver another shocking grab.
Okay.
It's
14.
Pikachu.
It's Pikachu! Oh my gosh, Brayden, that's perfect.
Okay. You was a
We're
14 to
now-
hit, you said?
Yeah, it was a 14.
Okay, that hit.
Team Rocket, here we go.
We now know Galena is a Pokemon trainer.
Oh my gosh.
11.
All right. Okay. Corvette, is your turn with Antivin on deck.
The real reason she was in a tower for so long, she's a gym leader.
Yes, that is perfect. Let's do. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna cast because I'm like confident we're gonna win, but I'm hurt. I'm gonna cast Mirror Image on myself as 3 other duplicates of myself just appear. Like you can't tell exactly where I'm standing. So
Okay.
that is my action. And I can't. Sure, I'll cast. Nah, that'll be all that I'm doing.
Okay. Antivin's turn. Antivin points at Antivin is, has a shield and sword and raises his sword into the air, and it begins to glow with a holy light. And Antivin attacks the mimic that has been attacking Jelania and hits it with his divine smite for lots of damage. Enough damage that mimic is gone. He brings down his sword, slashing through it, and it again returns to its amorphous blob-like state. Only with the barrel mimic and the telescope scope mimic. It is now Piotr's turn with Galena on deck.
Speaking of decks, they're literally, so Piotr's still on the other ship, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hey, I just want to point out, Piotr knew it. He didn't know it, but he knew it.
Did.
He knew something was up. Anyway, well, I guess everyone did. Never mind. Not a big deal. Whatever. So what's he gonna do? I guess just jump into the water and swim over to the boat.
Well, I mean, you can walk across the gangplank.
Oh, I forgot about that. I was like, how did everybody get over
Or
there?
you can cast your
One of them-
numerous spells, Bard.
One of them is on the gangplank too.
That's true.
What is on the gangplank?
The
barrel.
barrel-shaped one is on the gangplank.
Oh, well, let's murder him. I am going to cast Bane,
Okay.
which I'm blanking on. What
They
is
have
it
to make
on?
a wisdom saving throw. So you target up to 3 enemy creatures. They make a wisdom saving throw. It's the reverse of bless. So, excuse me.
Okay, so I can only see the one.
You can see both of them.
Oh, okay. Well, they both getting it.
Okay. Well, they both failed, so they both will have a describe the effect that your bane, the shape, the coloration and everything of that your bane takes.
Wait, what does it look like? What form, or like the vague idea of the form that it takes? I'm just used to throwing insults at stuff. I don't know what this spell does.
I mean, Bane.
mechanic.
Bane? The mechanic is that when they go to make an attack or an ability check, they roll a d4 and subtract that from their d20 roll.
Oh yeah, sorry, not mechanically. I mean like lore-wise, like how does this
That's
manifest?
up to you.
itself?
You're the spellcaster. How do you want it to manifest?
Oh, dope. You're about to get some lore dump. Just kidding. I don't know. What do you do to intimidate a freaking
I mean,
sentient treasure chest?
it's less of an intimidation and more like a curse. So it could take the shape of a glow on it that's causing it to.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but-
So its mouth is like adhered. I guess not literally shut, but it's kind of hard for it to chomp.
Okay. Awesome. Very good. Okay. Galena, it is your turn with the mimics on deck.
He
Kill them all.
shoots another ray of frost at the barrel.
Okay.
25.
All right. That will hit.
Nine.
Okay. The barrel is barely up, but it's still up. Okay. The mimic's gonna go. The barrel is going to finish making its way across and attack Piotr. And
Cutting words.
Piotr. Okay then.
Take it.
These cutting words give advantage. No, I mean.
I roll a d8 and subtract that from the
Okay,
attack roll.
it got a nat 20. So do you want to still do that? I will let you retract that because it would not matter if you got
Oh
a
yeah, that's
D8.
right. I was like, is he saying
Still
that I
be a
can still
crit.
do it?
I mean, you can if you want to. I won't stop you.
No,
But
no.
I will advise against it because it will still crit anyway. Okay, 11 points of it's 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And then so that gets you grappled with its tongue, and then it's gonna pull you closer and do a bite attack against you. It will not crit against you with the bite attack though.
That was
gonna be-
11.
Yeah, 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and then 9 points of piercing damage,
Oh,
and then an additional 7 points of acid damage.
yikes.
All right. The telescope mimic is going to come up to Corvette and attempt to bite his ankles.
And I'm gonna roll for a duplicate.
Oh, yep, that's right. Roll for your duplicate.
It's above a 6. It's a 16. So it targets one of my duplicates. And now it has... What did it roll? It has to roll an 11 to hit my duplicate.
It hits the duplicate, destroying the duplicate with its tongue. It then goes to make a bite attack against you as well.
What? It can do that when it's not me? Okay.
Yep. Doesn't have to grapple you. It's just easier to hit you when it's grappled.
Ah! Okay. It does target me.
Okay, so it does target you. So I only got a 16. Does that hit you?
Oh, I'm 17. Yes.
Okay. So you are not hit.
The shield and the breastplate worked, guys.
You took the time to put your armor on.
Yep.
Good job.
I did.
job.
I did. I was like, I'm going.
I don't know
Okay.
what just happened there. I disconnected momentarily. I apologize. Let me fix that.
We're
Even
like Patrick quits.
Oh, but that was not intentional. I sincerely apologize.
Oh, you're good. I was joking.
Oof.
Because I'm funny.
Wait, did that fix? No, that didn't.
Turn-
Oh, I need to turn my camera on. Duh, that would fix it. I was like, what? Okay, I apologize. Anyway,
You are. Oh, there you
Everyone?
go.
I am here. I'm
Nat
sorry.
one on technology tonight.
Yep. Okay. It is now the turn of Jelania with Blue Chick on deck.
So I assume the closer mimic is the one that is going to after Corvette, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. I'm going to turn, give a little smile to Anvin, and I'll go after the mimic. I assume I can get flanking on it,
Yes.
right? Okay. Here we go. Here's attack number 1. That's a nat 20.
All right.
Um.
All the crits today.
Oh. That's 15 slashing damage. Attack number 2. 22 to hit.
That will hit.
That's another 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And the last one is only a 13.
That will hit.
Okay. That one is 9 damage.
All right. It is still up. It is now Luchik's turn.
He's still chasing that barrel, so he's good to deliver another shocking grasp.
All right. Roll your attack.
21.
Okay. That will definitely hit.
Seven.
Tell me how Luchik demolishes this this mimic.
Luchik
Well,
uses
when I hear
thunderbolts.
I choose you.
Pikachu!
I like that. I imagine it does kind of look like Pikachu, only with a squirrel.
Yeah, it was a squirrel, not.
Not a
Yeah.
mouse.
I'm pretty sure
a
there is a
mouse, yeah.
squirrel type. There's a squirrel electric type Pokemon out there. Actually, I know there's a flying squirrel electric type Pokemon. But all right, okay. So with a thunderbolt, shocking grasp to the back, the mimic is gone. It is now Corvette's turn.
Cool. I root, go Luchik, go, and take a couple more swipes with Eladin.
All right, roll the hit.
So the first one is an 18 to hit, and that does. Oh gosh, 12 slashing 10 slashing damage and 6 force damage.
Okay.
And the second one, 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Awesome. And that does 8 6 is 14 slashing damage and 3 force damage.
All right. Tell me how you did it.
I'm like, you're not a good telescope. Goodbye, ghost. And then I take Eldon and hit the telescope, and it goes flying off the side of the ship into the ocean.
Okay. So you all rush back on over across the gangplank as there are more mimics coming your direction. You get the gangplank pulled. It looks like almost every object on that ship was a mimic. As Captain Leodov is shouting orders, Red Scale is relaying them, and they're trying to get the ship as far away from it as possible. Just in time, as you watch at the front of the Helverson, 2 massive eyes open, and the ship
The whole ship
opens
is a
up.
mimic.
The whole
As-
I said so.
I would like to point out this was decided well before Piotr even said anything in chat. This was decided well before that. And the ship turns and starts heading towards you, and it is picking up speed fast. What are you guys gonna do about the giant mimic ship chasing you?
I don't know what the frick.
Throw a fireball at it. Fireball time. I don't have that many D8s.
Yeah, do we have any Greek fire?
I mean, you
Ballistas.
have Galena. You don't need Greek fire.
Okay, I've got 4. I'll just have to throw them twice.
Okay,
She's
all
gonna
right.
throw a fireball at it.
All right. Roll to hit
So-
first, and then roll your fireball.
Yes. And as has been stated, fire on a ship, bad. Oh wait, not a ship. Fine.
Amorphous blob in the shape of a ship.
And when it counts, I get a 9.
All right. Your fireball soars over the top of the mimic. Unfortunately, not striking the mimic. Oh wait, fireball's not to hit. Fireball's a dexterity saving throw.
Mhm.
I am so terribly
it?
sorry. Yes.
Look at
yeah,
that.
it is.
That's
I'm
How
my
much
bad.
dexterity does a ship have?
Yeah,
Patrick?
you totally hit that. It failed awfully. You totally
you
hit.
couldn't
I
hit
am
the broadside of a barn.
so sorry. It was like
She
five.
does need
I was
more
thinking.
practice.
I was thinking of firebolt, not fireball. But
Okay
all
then.
right, you do get to roll your absurd number of d8s.
Don't worry, it's got like 10,000 HP because it's a freaking
know.
ship.
It's a freaking ship.
I'm so proud of this ship.
Oh,
23.
no.
I'm
As
proud of
usual,
myself
I
for
rolled a lot
calling
of
it
ones.
from like the beginning.
All right, 23.
That one might have saved your life.
Okay. All right.
I've got crossbow and bolts that I can send over as well.
We've got ballista.
The mimic ship is gonna have a giant tongue lash out at your ship,
No.
No!
and it's gonna hit the side of the Seahawk, and the Seahawk is going to take some damage.
Do we know how much hit points the Seahawk has?
Your Seahawk has 116 hit points, and it just took 13 points of damage from the mimic ship. All right. It is now the turn of Jelania.
I want to yell at freaking Captain Laidhump, like, do something! You have things to take care of this stuff! Do something, okay? And I'm gonna fire my crossbow.
All right. Roll
Oh
the
my
hit.
gosh. I have not used this in so long. I legitimately don't even, like, okay. It is on my character sheet still. That's a 22 to hit.
All right. That will hit.
6 piercing damage.
Okay. It is not as effective as you would like because it is a tiny crossbow against a giant ship.
It's like shooting toothpicks at a gorilla.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
I think something.
It is Luchik's turn if there's anything you want Luchik to do. Not that there's a lot that he can do, but it is Luchik's turn.
Yeah. No. He's
Okay.
just gonna stay with me for the moment.
All right. It is now the crew's turn on the Seahawk. So they are going to fire one of their ballistas and hit.
Yes.
Can we know how much damage these ballista do? You know, just for academic
do.
research.
2d10.
Not bad.
Okay. All right.
The-
The ballista
How many hit
pierces
points
into the
does mimic
side.
ship have?
I'm not going to tell you how many points the mimic ship has, but so it does hit the mimic ship. Mimic ship hit. The next ballista is going to fire. That one's going to miss the mimic ship. All right.
Right.
Corvette, it is now your turn with Antivin on deck.
Hey, how close is the mimic ship to the Seahawk? From like the back or from wherever I can get closest to it.
Probably like 120 feet.
Its tongue is that long?
It's a,
That's so
true.
scary.
Wait, can I
Hey.
get that measurement one more time?
It's like 120 feet away.
Ugh. No. Somebody. We. Patrick, we need to get art commissioned of this. Actually, I will chip
I
in.
would totally love to have mimic ship art made.
Okay, in that case, that changes what I'm doing because it's not close enough. I'll go up to the back of wherever the closest is. I'm assuming the back of the ship's the closest to the mimic ship.
Okay.
And you said 120 feet, so I'm casting my Eldritch Blast because that's my range with Eldritch Blast. So let's do fires off 2 right now. Yes, because wait, what level am I? What level are we? 7? Yeah, okay. Yeah, 2. First one is a 16 to hit.
All right, that will hit.
All right, and this, gee, where's the 10? Here we are. That does 10 damage, and the other is above 25 to hit. So I'm assuming that hits, and that is 14 more force damage.
Okay. I guess the mimic ship is still up.
Still, I mean,
It is now.
I also do need to say, not that it matters, I couldn't have hit it from 120 feet with a crossbow, so.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
It is Antivin's turn. Antivin can do nothing. Antivin doesn't have any ranged weapons. Antivin just kind of sits there. And,
It's so frustrating, right?
very, very frustrating. And Piotr, it is your turn.
I was just looking at my spells. It's like, what? I'm not used to this.
You against a mimic ship.
Cloud of Daggers? Oh, that's not gonna do crap.
put it there below water, and then it'll run over it, and then it sinks.
I don't think it's
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
anything. Or Patrick's just gonna be like, well, guess what? It's a ship. Didn't do anything. So I'm not gonna waste a spell slot on that.
You never know unless you try.
Nice try, Patrick. Didn't we literally just try to shoot it with a friggin'
With a crossbow,
Crossbow bolt.
a ballista did something.
Crossbow.
Okay, valid. But okay, fine, I'll do it. I'll bite, Patrick.
So you're casting Cloud of Daggers for it to run into.
A tone of
if
voice.
if I cast Cloud of Daggers on the deck, will it just like travel with the ship?
No, Cloud of Daggers, because you're moving. The other ship is moving. It would just Cloud of Daggers would stay in its place until you got out of range.
Okay.
So the ship
in that
would,
case,
the mimic ship would run into the Cloud of Daggers.
okay, yeah, I want to do that then.
All right. We'll find out what happens on the mimic's turn when it runs into your Cloud of Daggers. It is now Galena's turn with the mimic ship on deck.
To throw another fireball.
Okay. I'll make it a dexterity saving throw and horribly fail again because it is a ship. It doesn't have good dexterity.
Yay!
Wonders of fireball and the excessive amount of d8s.
32!
All right. Okay.
Wow.
So you watch as the fire splatters across the side of the mimic ship, and you see that it slowly starts to pull back, and then it dives under the water.
Oh.
And
I wanted to know what was gonna happen with the Cloud of Daggers.
and
Dodge.
you sit, and everyone's just sitting with bated breath. You wait. 5 minutes passes. 10 minutes passes. An hour passes, and you don't see the mimic ship surface again.
Immediately, like when it's gone, I would say to Leodov, like, you need to do something with your like special blue mast that does storms and things.
we're putting everything we've got into getting as much wind as we can to get as much speed as we can to get out of here. I don't want the Seahawk eaten any more than you do.
Okay, but be ready when it comes back.
Right. I will be ready. But it's got, takes time to charge up that stuff, and I would personally rather use it right now to get as much distance between there and where we're trying to go as possible.
Okay. Then let's go.
And just to let you know, Ian, you would have done damage to the mimic ship if it had run into it.
Oh!
No.
But, alright. Your ship keeps, the Seahawk keeps going. You all are just kind of very timidly waiting, seeing what's going on. But the mimic ship does not turn up. Yes, Corvette.
I rest for an hour.
So you can get your heal slots back.
and I heal. Take a short rest, so I get my spells slot back, and I heal a little bit. So just so you know, that's what I'm doing.
Yep.
If we reach an hour, do we reach an hour?
Yes, you are able to reach an hour.
Time. Cool.
4 minutes later, the mimic emerges
All right.
as a kraken.
No, it's gonna show up in the final boss fight. Like, we're gonna be fighting Morpheus, like, flying over the ocean and everything, and then this freaking ship is gonna just show up.
No, he's gonna show up as an F-16 fighter jet, and we're just gonna be like, "This is how it ends."
But the mimic ship does
No,
not.
it's gonna get to
return.
Astrahva first and be the castle. Okay. I'm done.
All right. Yeah. So the mimic ship has not returned. You all kind of start to relax easily as the all let out. Everyone's still a little nervous, but as night approaches, kind of relax a bit as the you're pretty certain that the mimic ship is not going to return.
Question:
Yes.
did the captain's log turn into a mimic?
No.
Okay, interesting.
We're
You're-
just kind of hanging out on deck, right?
Your best guess that what happened reading the captain's log is that as you read more of the captain's log, you do see that he does talk about being concerned about some objects moving around. You're able to determine that probably was the mimics is what he was trying to smuggle across. Your best guess is that the mimics kind of took over the ship slowly but surely, and the journal was just what was that eventually it's kind of like the what is it, the ship of Theseus. Is it truly the Helverson, or is it something differently entirely, because it's all been replaced by mimics?
Don't know. And so there's nothing else, nothing fancy, no fancy treasures.
Nope.
Cool. I tossed the book overboard. The captain's log.
Just in case.
Before I do, it doesn't have like a black leather encasing, it doesn't have a symbol on it or anything.
It's
Okay.
not the journal.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Toss
the
that
journal.
overboard. Be like, I don't need this no more. I'm like,
Okay.
don't need any reminders of that ghost ship. Piss off ghosts.
I probably would have gone to like sit by Antoine, like as we're just like sitting there. Like, he and I have no ranged attack, so there's nothing we can do except for wait for the thing to show up.
Yep.
Just hanging out over there with him.
All right, anyone else? Piotr or Galena, you have anything that you want to do in particular?
She would have
Not go on a date.
She would have resummoned Luchik several times because he disappears after an hour.
All right.
Does he?
He does. I have.
Piotr is just kind of irritated. He's like, I knew it. I knew something was up. Freaking, I knew it.
But to
You
be
did.
fair, you thought it was going to be an ambush.
I knew it was a bad
Was
idea.
it not?
Yeah, right?
But you thought it would be
No,
people,
Piotr, you were right.
not possessed barrels.
Listen, all I'm saying is sometimes our intuition is not pinpoint accurate, But in this case, it was accurate enough that we could have avoided the danger, at least somewhat, if we had listened to it.
If you say so.
But I don't know if you want to get eaten by a treasure chest or a ship or whatever the heck. Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest.
All right.
Get it? Because they're sentient.
Yes, I got it. I got it.
Oh no, Beauty and the Beast is just about a bunch of mimics.
Don't tell that to my
Mimics
mother.
and
It's my
lycanthropes.
my mom is in the chat. That's her favorite movie. Don't ruin it for him. Don't ruin Beauty and the Beast for my mother.
Ruin it, makes it so much better.
Okay. Yeah, I'll never be able to look at Beauty and the Beast. She says too late. We'll never be able to look at Beauty and the Beast the same way now. All right. So.
All right, we're all just hanging out on deck.
Yeah,
right?
all just
Like,
hanging out on
like,
deck.
Talk, 'cause we don't know
Yeah.
what we're doing.
I mean, do you have anything that you want to talk about? You're sitting next to Antivin, right?
Yes.
Antivin has put his arm around you and is just kind of like holding you, close.
Okay.
I'm assuming after tossing the book overboard, Corbett might see them if they're out and about, be like, okay. And just like leave it at that for now. He's just like, all right then.
feel like I'm leaning over to Antivin. I feel like people are avoiding me.
It's probably the horns.
They didn't avoid me before. It was more me that would avoid them.
I mean, you are a tiefling. You might be reading into it a little bit too much. Are you concerned
Maybe.
about? He points at Corvette. Are you concerned about Corvette? It's the crew that really concerns you. You haven't ever been one to be concerned with most people.
Yeah, I don't know. Just a bit weird. Been a weird time.
Did almost get eaten by a giant boat.
Well, that's not the first time that we've been nearly killed by things. I don't think we've come very close to being eaten.
Certainly hope not.
Not been an easy time. I did tell you about most of that.
Yeah, it did. I just wasn't expecting to see, a giant boat with teeth. At least
I
not
wasn't
this
expecting you
soon.
to shoot rays of light out of your sword. That's kind of crazy.
You didn't know?
What? No, what? I haven't seen you in like 8 years.
Oh.
Assume that I don't know.
It's kind of a tradition amongst my family to a degree. We, for the most part, have sworn oaths to the new path and to Silhana.
Like, what do you mean?
I'm not as crazy and fanatical as, as a cleric or, the winged ones, but I am considered, and it's known as, in. So, how much do you know about the new path?
Nothing.
Well, so when the missionaries came up into the area that is now the region of Norgarn, they had very limited success until they started learning the language of the Norseans there. But there are words that we have in Mordviren that don't quite translate correctly into Norsean. For example, the word in Norsean for shaman was the closest thing that you have to cleric. Paladin is the closest word they would have would be the one who walks the path, like your friend Kadiok did. And instead of, goddess, the word that they had was wild spirits. And so with the translation, the Silhana was presented as the greatest of the wild spirits to the Norseans up there. And so the Norseans accepted her as part of their pantheon, hence why it's called the New Path. The Norseans are all obsessed about their paths, the Urdine path, the all that jazz. And so up there where I'm from, we worship a mixture of wild spirits and Silhana. My family in particular accepted this new path, and we are part of my great grandfather founded a new order of paladins up there known as the to the Norseans, the Norseans call it the Path of the Dragon. We simply call it the Oath of the New Path. And so I'm not as fanatical as some members of the church, particularly down the more southern, south, to the south, but I have an oath to Silhana, and I have, and the other wild spirits that, they provide me with strength beyond my own as long as I keep my oath. And it's not a very complicated oath, simply to help bring light to the world and protect people. But I know that the church probably isn't high on your list of people.
No. And neither is the goddess. Specifically.
Sorry to hear that.
Not that I... Well, no, it is maybe that I actively dislike her. Just... I feel people put too much perfection on her that she does not deserve. Too much adoration on something that is not fully worth it.
I can understand why you would feel that way. Sorry if this comes as a shock. I realize I probably should have told you earlier.
It is the way of people in Mordor.
I do truly believe that the goddess cares about us, and if she were awake, I feel like she would do what she can to ease the suffering that the people have. It's hard to do something when you're asleep.
That's not even really the issue that I have. Before we left the first time, before we went to go and fight Podara, I actually received a visit from the fallen saint from Yarrick, and he told me and showed me what happened to him.
You what?
There's a lot. People have decided that we're important, and that comes with certain experiences. I wouldn't call them privileges, but yeah. But that's, setting that aside for a different time, but I was able to see the way that Silhana reacted in learning that my kind would be learning that we would exist, her response was to bemoan us as so fallen and tragic. And that, to some people, that's good. Oh, she cares, she wants to help. It is me somewhat insulting. Tieflings aren't fallen. We aren't evil, we aren't bad, we aren't broken. If anything, we are more. The things that people fear about tieflings is that we are full of too much. That we are quick to anger, quick to violence. And maybe that is true, but it's because we're full of everything. Because when we love more. When we care more. And that drives us to more action. I don't think that's a bad thing. And yet she chose to see it as a massive stumbling block that would push us down. I don't see that as being... I don't know if it is coming out right. You know, it's very belittling.
I understand. I'm not a tiefling. I don't view tieflings as any less than anyone else. I didn't experience what you experienced, but if he showed you his memories, sometimes memories don't perfectly recall everything. Then also, I don't know, maybe Silhana was bemoaning more how she knew people would act when she was gone than I've personally always believed that Silhana knew how that war would end. That she knew she wouldn't be around. That's why she gave us the Saints in the first place. We wouldn't need the Saints, and the Church to Silhana was here.
Maybe not. But her response gave everyone who saw it permission to see us as fallen.
And I definitely don't believe that the gods of this world are perfect. Just know that I can't control how anyone else sees you. Look at you and I see one of the strongest women I've ever met. And I don't care if you've got horns or tails. I think that they actually add and make you more beautiful. I can't control how everyone else will react. I can only control what I do. But I do believe in Silhana, and I have sworn an oath to her. I hope that you can accept that in me, as I've come to accept those parts of you.
I will try my best not to hold it against you. I have had many years of practice of doing that, but I don't want to do that to you. So if you think that I am, please, tell me to stop, because...
And I don't intend to tell you what to believe. That's your choice. Ask that you don't hold it against me. That's all I can ask.
If it ever feels, though, like I'm doing that, please say something.
I will.
'Cause I don't want to.
I appreciate it.
I kind of lean into him a little bit more.
I don't think the mimic's coming back, Antivin says, and he kind of says this loudly to everybody. I think it's probably best if we call it a night.
Objections?
Objections? So I'm assuming that you all are headed to sleep.
Yeah, I agree. I think it would be good to rest up.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
And you know, Piotr, when you have the ship's doctor look over those injuries that you got from the mimic, you should mention those headaches that you talked about last night.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know why those are, where those are coming from.
Oh, good. Then you
And-
don't need to talk to me about them anymore.
It has a lot to do with you, and this is gonna sound really weird. Which is why it's difficult for me to do that. And I'm not about to confess my love for you if that's what you or anyone else thinks.
Wait, what now?
No, that's what I wasn't doing. That's what I'm not doing.
You're the one that brought it up.
You'll see. The thing is, I was instructed by a Fae person to never let you, to always, how can I not, this is out of character, how can I not like English this correctly?
I don't
was
know.
instructed that you were always to remain, that I was always to remain within sight and sound of you. And every time I disobey that order, well, almost every time I disobey that order, I get a searing headache. So, this is what I propose. And don't
There's-
take it.
There's so
Sorry,
much
go
to
ahead.
unpack
He's
there.
about to propose. Which, hang on, by the way, are you
This is
saying
what
this
I
just the
proposed,
two of you,
and it's
or
not
are we all
marriage.
here?
She's
we all
taking a
here
couple
for this?
steps back away from you. Why does a Fey Lord care if you can see me? I don't know any Fey Lords. What do you mean
The-
you have to stay within sight of me? Like bedtime? Bath time? What are we talking here? I'm
Do you remember when? Do you remember when we ran into you in the forest?
I was being chased by dwarves with axes. Yes, it's quite
Yep,
memorable.
Yeah, I had. So this.
You talked about
Fae-
dreaming of me. It was a little odd.
Yes. So that dream was, I guess, more directly described a conversation that I had with this Fae, who instructed that you would help us on our journey. Which, I mean, you're here, right?
Because
But
I thought that you guys would run into interesting situations, and I was right. Mimic ship.
yeah, we did. Serendipity, right? So, I sound like a crazy person, and like this is like when you read those like scrolls, where, like the roman. This is not romantic at all. I literally just have a job or a mandate, and I'm tired of the headaches. So
So
let's just be pals.
okay.
So, oh crap.
You still haven't clarified how much within your sight I need to be.
Good question. 100%. But you make a good point with the whole, bathing and bathroom stuff. I will take a migraine for that. Other than that, like maybe we could be roommates or something. I will. Hey, I'll tell you what. You choose. You can move into my room or I'll move into yours, and I'll just sleep on the floor. I'll like make a little nest or whatever, and I'll sleep there. That way we can all be in fighting shape in the morning. Instead, no migraines, no piercing like cerebral cortex injuries or whatever is happening to me.
Did not see that coming at all.
I didn't either. I was like, Piotr's
It's not-
just gonna like wake up with a migraine every day.
You have no romantic feelings for me. In fact, you seem very opposed to that idea. Almost insultingly so. But at the same time, you need to sleep in my room. Did you not see the fireball that I threw at that ship?
Yeah. If I do
Twice.
anything untoward, you'll kill me. And I get that. And you know what? Quite frankly, if I were to abuse this situation to spring something like that upon you, I would deserve to burn. So, yeah, fair trade. Fair.
Also, I don't have
Mhm.
to deliver Shocking Grasp through Luchik. I'm perfectly capable of doing it on my own. To anyone who touches me. Zilanya,
Noted.
does he do this to all the other girls? My mother warned me about barbs.
Oh, is this conversation happening like in front of us?
You didn't say we
Apparently.
walked away.
The whole crew was just kind
I-
of staring at you guys.
I've never seen him do this. I heard something about an old librarian one time, but
What?
not-
Hey, you were there.
I heard about it. I was told.
She
But,
hit on
like,
me,
they talk-
okay?
they talk about you a lot.
Oh, wait. No, I hit on. Oh, crap. I forgot my own history. Never mind. We had a job
It was
to do,
it was a
okay?
mutual hitting upon.
And granted, she did try to kill us.
She
later,
reciprocated.
but,
Yeah, then we had to kill her. It's fine. Not that we're going to have to kill you.
But no, really, he's not one of those types of people. I've known Piotr for like 3 months now. I know that's not a long time, but he's
A
not going
whole
to do that to you.
A whole
I-
3
yeah.
months.
And most of it, well, okay, he never did that to me, at least.
You also look like you could kill him if he was untoward. A whole 3 months. Piotr, we need to have probably, and she looks at the crew, a private conversation before I make my decision, because there was this little instance that you warned me about bounty hunters. I need to know about that in more detail before I decide if you're sleeping on my bedroom floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, let's do it. I mean, they know all about it. We can do it here. I can catch you up. Or,
Oh,
mean, the
here, you
crew-
mean like
The crew
All
isn't
the-
there.
We should.
All this
oh,
is
wait,
to
wait,
the
wait,
captain's
wait,
quarters.
Retcon.
Go to
Yeah,
go to the
yeah, we
captain's
should.
quarters.
Also, I was gonna say earlier, like, I have already retired to my quarters, like, before, like, after noticing Jelania and Antovin, so I don't know any of this, so with you, like, coming, I'm, like, to my quarters, I'm like, what is going on?
Sitting there with a box of chocolates, like, you just interrupt him. I saw a ghost.
Eating my
today.
orange from this morning, I saved one, so I'm like, this tastes good.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, sure, you can come in.
Oh, hey, Corbett.
Hey.
So, we are going to, well, I guess I am going to catch Galena up a little bit on my history. The dirt, or as it were, blood on my hands.
All
he
right.
says he needs to sleep in my room because when he can't see me, he feels pain.
Oh, okay. So I guess I get your room then, Piotr. Help. So long. Let me just grab my stuff and I'll leave you.
Wait, you stay put.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I got my bed. Here's a chair. Go ahead and talk. And I like sit on my bed, all the way scoot against the wall, and just like sit there.
Okay, is it just the three of you? Or are Antoine and I also there? We
You
all
can-
need to be there for this.
Yeah, she would have encouraged
Okay.
you to come. She doesn't want to be
Oh.
alone in a room with him yet.
So, do we want to RP this exposition dump, or to make it less boring, do I just want to roll for this and then we can kind of convey
What are you?
how
rolling?
crappily I did it?
She has some specific questions
Yeah,
if you'd
let,
like.
let her ask
Oh,
us.
yeah, go that way, go that
Let's
way.
RP this. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, you said that the bounty hunters, if I remember right, it was a little hectic at the time, that they were after you because you killed someone. Why did
Correct.
you kill them? Were they attacking you?
No.
Were you in
I'm
fear
laughing,
for your
Kyoto.
life?
No. So maybe I'll explain as best as I recall what happened that night. So there was an associate of mine with whom I was friendly,
Male or female?
and she was a female.
Large woman or small? I'm a small woman. I want to get a picture here.
I've
Did she
never...
look like she could take you apart, or did she look like she has not a lot of strength? Like a 9.
On the spectrum between Galena and me, where?
You know, I've never sized her up in that way. She was a woman.
Did she look like she
a
could
normal
kill you, or
woman.
did she look helpless?
Helpless is a bit of an overstatement, I'd say.
Okay, I'm getting a picture here. Keep moving on.
Okay. So we had some imbibing of the alcoholic sort.
You were drunk,
and
both of you?
yes.
Okay.
And there was an argument, and to be honest, I don't remember much. But there was an altercation, and by the end of it, Katya was her name, had ended up... I pushed her over off of a balcony. But not deliberately. I don't think I wouldn't do anything like that. Purpose.
So you've never killed any other women who haven't attacked you?
No.
She looks over at Corvette and Zelania. You can verify this?
Only the ones who have attacked first, I think.
Self-defense is fine. Okay, so you get blackout drunk and you murder people.
I wouldn't say it's a personality trait. It was more of a one-off.
I would say as long as you're around me, you should refrain from drinking that much alcohol.
I don't drink much anymore.
You do remember that night in the castle when Corvette managed to get us all drunk? Recently.
Yeah, that was a rare
That was, what,
incident.
like 3 or 4 days ago.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Because you're right. You have a point. Alcohol and me have mixed poorly at least once. I'll swear it off.
She looks at Corvette this time. And you've known him how long? Also 3 months?
DM, is there any recollection from my brain or memory of Pyotr visiting my father's court at all?
Nope.
Then yes, about 3 months, 4. I feel like it's been longer than that. But 4, 3, 4, 5, 4 months? Something like that.
And you would vouch that he's telling the truth?
Yeah. Yeah. I would vouch for him.
Do we need his brain to be functioning at full capacity? I mean, it's just a headache, right?
Oh,
Considering we're about to go into Astrahva and possibly mingle with a lot of powerful people, we need someone who knows how to navigate those situations. And Corvette can, but Pyotr really can. That was his whole job, Corvette. You
Slightly.
know that that's true. That was his entire job. To get people to like other people.
Yeah. I want a clear-headed Pyotr. If he kept having these problems when we were running from the Norsains, I don't know if we would have gotten away.
Fine. He can sleep on the floor in my bedroom, but bath time and changing my clothes are definitely out.
Absolutely.
And if you
Wait,
attack
what?
me in the
That's
middle
what
of
this
the
is
night,
about?
Oh, he didn't
Wait. You all came in here to talk about Pyotr's balcony event. To sleep in the same room?
Yeah,
she did
okay.
mention that when we burst in.
Oh, she did? Okay, because I
To be
don't
fair,
remember
he
that.
might have gotten that when we're just like, okay, he's got to talk about, you know.
It's true.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay. I got it now, I think. At least.
Other things that we need to discuss? Plans we need to make?
Does Pyotr need to explain to Corvette why it is that he needs to sleep on her floor? Or
Yeah.
has he been?
You already did.
Wait. You've said
Like,
you've
I think,
had headaches.
I think
Yeah,
the
you
only
mentioned
person-
it.
Yeah, I think you guys talked about that last time.
Did you bring Antivin in with you?
Yeah.
Mhm. I am taking up my whole bed. By the way, no one else is able to sit on it. I am.
It's like,
I was
legs
curled
out.
up
He's like,
at
get
first,
the
like
heck.
hunched, like just up against the wall, and then when everyone came in, I was like, "Oh right, this is my bed."
All right. Y'all go to sleep. And with that,
As everyone's heading out, I'm like, "Have fun, all of you."
that our high C.
Um,
Nope. Go ahead.
I think, yeah. Hang on. There was something that I wanted to talk to Antoine about right before.
Oop, you're
going
good.
to bed. Right. So I want to talk to him and just say, so about, you're being very respectful of me, and that's really, really great. But, if you're going to take things my speed, we're never going to move anywhere because I'm too afraid. Okay? You've said that you love me. I want to love you too. I don't know how to do that. So, if you just will treat me like you love me, and like does this make any sense? I don't. This is why Pyotr's the worst person.
Antivin takes your hand and then presses it up to his lips and kisses your fingers. I understand. Okay. With that, he just looks at you. It's a lot to take in on my end too. You know, I have to figure out how I'm gonna break this to my family. Idina. You know, it's a lot that's coming up. So I'm okay with the pace we're taking it at, but I will more than happy to take the want me to.
Yeah, I know that you're planning on giving up a lot for me. The least I can do is give you more of me in return.
This is you. Guys head into and you all go to sleep. Alright. So this will bring our high sea adventures to the end, as you know, the next few days on the seas are uneventful, other than, you know, Galina and Piotr adjusting to their new sleeping arrangement. Antivin and Jelani adjusting to their new sleeping arrangement. And Corvette being a sad, lonely boy.
Corbett debating between angels and spears.
I'm like,
Corvette trying to...
Angel, Faye, by myself? I don't know. Life's weird.
Yeah.
Fairies or halos.
So as you come across you're coming to the docks of Astrahva, you can see them in the distance. Lyadov, you know, looks at you and says, "There she is, jewel of the Empire." And because I really wanted to show this before end of the session, since we're getting close to that, in the distance you can see a giant statue. There's just this huge statue as you're coming up to the docks that you can see. If I can find it, where did it go? I made this map, and there it is. So you see this huge statue, and you see it is a statue of the goddess Silhana herself. This is a lovely, beautiful artwork that Braden's wife, Megan, did for us of the goddess. And so this is pretty much what the statue's, looking like. This is the very much when Silhana gets depicted. This is Silhana's depiction. So you will see, anytime you see, with few exceptions, anytime you see official art of Silhana in, cathedrals or anything, this is what it will look like. And so that is what you see as you come up to the docks and you realize you are in the heart of the Empire. The heart of Silhana's control and the heart of everything. And you guys seem to be the only ones aware that there's a dark shadow trying to poison this heart. With that, we will end the session. Up next time. Thank you everybody for coming out. It's been a lot of fun. A lot of crazy, wild turns that weren't expecting. I loved my mimic ship so much. I was very proud of that when I came up with that idea.
So good.
But yeah, so we'll be back in 2 weeks. So that will be the 15th of July. We'll be back then. Just a few additional reminders. Do we have different strokes on this Monday, Lydia? Or
No, we might have we might have.
Oh, no, this Monday? No. Oh, no, this Monday, nothing is because bank holiday or 4th of July, so we won't plan on doing anything on for the 4th of July. We are planning on doing distractions and diversions on the 12th, I believe. Is that when we decided to do that? Yes.
Yep.
Excited
for that.
We will have rehash the roles on Wednesday. We will post as soon as we know who the guests are going to be. We are kind of coming into a comfortable rotation. Luckily, there's an odd number of us, so that way it's not always the same people with the same, paired up with the same people every single time. But yeah, then of course Heroic Tales will continue on the 9th of July. Tune into our Redwall themed adventure that is getting pretty crazy. We almost lost a player last week. That was pretty fun to watch.
Dramatic.
Pretty dramatic. Thanks everyone for coming out. It's been a lot of fun. Just remember that we love you all and we appreciate it. Just, I don't like doing this kind of thing. But I want to just, plug, if you guys, follow us here on Twitch, follow us, and also feel free to follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as please feel free to subscribe to us here on Twitch. You don't want to, we're not, every cent that we get from Twitch goes straight back into the stream. We've used money from Twitch to pay for art. We've used money from Twitch to pay for different assets we use on stream, as well as microphones, things like that for people. So honestly, if subscriptions really help, improve the quality of the stream. Just wanted to plug that, and not my favorite thing to do because I don't want to be one of those people that's like, please subscribe, but just to help him with the stream.
It does support our ongoing costs because now that we have the podcast, we do have overhead costs for that, and we do have to continuously pay for the rights to have the music in the background of all the shows too.
Things like that. So we can, subscriptions help us, keep us running and allow us to improve the stream even more. So if you feel like you've got even just $5 to subscribe, please feel free to do so. We will be forever in your debt for that. But yeah, with that, we're gonna call the night. Please enjoy our new credits that we have. Since we redid the intro, I also redid the credits. We'll talk with you all later. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.